So we were on our way to Shimya, Alaska, and this particular location is actually closer to Russia than it is to Alaska. And the winds were so strong. We had to put the cast in two C-130 airlifts. And as we approached Shimya, I think we were in Adak, which is another one of those little tiny islands. When you see the state of Alaska, it's on one of those. And the winds were so strong, the pilots called off the trip, and we ended up just landing in Adak until the winds died down. Problem with that is, when we landed in Adak, it was so difficult for them to land the planes because of how strong the winds are. Now, you may have heard of strong winds before, but I'll never forget how many times the plane dropped at least 100 feet. Our stomachs were in our throats. One guy actually threw up, and there were hot dogs and all kinds of little bits in the, and we couldn't believe it. We were looking at this going, where did you get hot dogs? The rest of us haven't eaten for 3 days. Is that a beef bone? What you been eating, man? We couldn't believe this dude actually got something to eat. And then we finally landed, and I'll never forget the sound of the sirens, because we weren't expected to make it alive. There were emergency crews at the end of the runway, and as we got out of the plane and looked up, birds were actually flying sideways, and the side of the plane had been struck by lightning twice, golf ball size holes. And so we ended up spending 12 hours in Adak it was called a shopette. It was like the Air Force version of a 7-Eleven, trying to find something to eat. Except for the guy who barfed, we didn't give him a damn thing.